Lummy arc. He's come by me right here. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, arc. Right here. Right. Arc. Hey. Arc. Good boy. Good boy. Come back over here. Right here. Right here. Good. Good. Arc's pretty wound up today because I got females in heat all over the yard. So he's not on his total 100% behavior today. He's turning a yard on this lead. And so I'm taking this opportunity to talk a little bit about that scenario. And let me just check that this didn't stop. Oh, it's still going good. Come on. Right by me here. Mark. Good. So the key with these big dogs, hey Tor, you get out of there, is you've got to have loose lead, because when he pulls, he pulls. A dog this size, when they got her tight, they're torquing. And so you got to have him so that he understands that you don't want that lead yarded out of your hand. And he's got to know that when she hits the end, he's got to get back in loose lead. And the way a guy does that, in my opinion, and this is just the way I do it, is I simply quit moving if they keep that lead tight. And I don't move until that lead is slack again. Now, when he stops and the lead is tight, yes, I step ahead a little bit to loosen that lead so he understands that the lead is loose, but I'm not moving. I'm just wanting him to quit moving. Come on, don't do that. Come on. The goal with leash training is not exercise, it's to train the lead. So you're not looking to go for a walk, you're not looking for exercise, you're not looking to work them, nothing like that. You're simply looking to get them to quit tugging on this. Because you want to be able to walk nicely with them, and you want them to keep it loose. You want them to just motor with you and go where you're going. Don't do that. See, look at that. That's what you don't want, right? So you wouldn't move. You would just stop, make them come back. Come by me here. Get up here. Now quit pulling on that lead. Nope. By me. Hey, hey, hey. Arc. Right here. Hey, hey, hey. You quit yarding that up. Get up here. Right over here. Don't torque that lead up. Good. Lots of times you won't get out of this area. You'll just have to stay right in this little zone and focus on getting him to just turn around, come back to you, stay by you. And so this is a perfect example using Arc at this stage of his heightened anxiety with the breeding going on, because he doesn't want to listen. He wants to go. He wants to smell where them females were this morning. So he wants to have access to all that. You're just right here. So it's all I can do to keep his mind focused. Right here. But that's when you need it focused, is when there's something like that going on. Squirrel, rabbit, female in heat. That's when you need this focus. He's got to be able to stay here. Now when you go to walk, if he just goes to the end, yards this thing tight, you've got to stop again. and don't move. It might take you 15 minutes to get 5 feet, but if that's the end of the training, that's the end of the training. The next day, the same thing. There's all kinds of guys that'll tell you you can pull on it, you can put collars on, you can put choke collars on, all of that. That's all nonsense as far as I'm concerned. I always use a harness for starters. That's the only thing I use, and I cannot have a dog this size pulling because he'll just yard. Now, I actually have Ark trained so he knows to pull and don't pull. Don't pull. Ark. Ark. Good. Good.
Good. Good. Good boy. What a good boy.
So what you got to be able to work with this guy on is he has to understand that there's no yarding on the lead. If you want him to just walk with you down the street and he's got that lead tight all the time, you just got to quit moving because there's no way it's going to continue. You just stop moving and get him to focus. Now these are highly intelligent dogs, so they'll understand in short order that it's not working to pull on the lead. He's just not going to go anywhere. And so they will figure it out. Come by me. Don't keep going down there. No, no. Right here. Come. Get over here. Right by me. Good. Right by me. Hey. Ark. Ark. Get around. Hey. Get around here. Right there. Ark. Hey. Good.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good.
Good. Exercise is a complete different chore, complete different activity, all of that. Once you have good leash skills, you can do exercise. If you don't have good leash skills and you need to do exercise, you still have to do some things. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a good leash training and go for a walk and get him to do some stuff, even if he's pulling. That's not going to defeat your work on the lead, because the next day the lead gets better. The next day the lead gets better. But if you're focused on training, not pulling on the lead, you got to do it for a set period of time, and you got to focus on only that. Svea. Dakota. Don't do that. Dakota wants out so bad. He'd have hooked up with Tuba, but she wanted Karoo. So I put her in with Karoo, which is good. I wanted that Karoo litter. Now, I'm not saying Tuba's going to catch, but Karoo's giving it a shot. He's got 3 hookups. So if she drops eggs, they're going to get fertilized because he's in there. So we'll see. Now, she may not drop. Who knows? She's missed before, but she's caught before. So I got some phenomenal pups out of Tuba, but the last, like 6 cycles, I have not had a male able to work with her. She just didn't like him. No, don't do that, Art. Don't do that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, don't do that. Good, good, good. You can't keep doing that, mister. Don't keep doing that. And see, they understand. They know. You just get them to quit. Now, you got to give and take a little on that lead so it's not pulled tight. Make sure it's loose, slacked off. Say hello to me. Say hello. Say hello. Hey, hey, hey. Say hello. Good boy. Say hello. Good. What a good boy. Good. Good. Good boy. What do you know for sure? Huh? Good boy. What a lovely fella.
Good. Good. Good.
you got to have a pretty good bond. If you make a better bond with your dog, you'll train easier, of course. Don't pull at that lead, boy. Don't even think about it. Right here. Right here. Right here. Get up here by me. Arc. Right here. Only looking around. That right here. Nope. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. So you're bound to get some times where that pull happens, but they should back off and behave. So you do have to watch a little bit. But we're talking total intensity right now. There's not many situations that are any worse. There's really nothing. I suppose a rabbit dog, but that's about it. Now, you had a stray male come by, he would hit the end of this and stay there. And he'd be mad at me for stopping him. But that's only just when females are in heat, of course. See, the wind's blowing, he can pick up the scent where she was. All the females are blowing right to him. But that's the key with that leash as far as I'm concerned. Is just quit moving, and eventually it just stops. It might take you 5-6 days. Ark is such a magnificent dog. He's such a good boy. I'll tell you. This is a Swedish Elkhound, by the way. Jamthund. Natural bobtail, too. The only bobtail male in existence. There's a female in Finland, and this is the only male in existence. They used to have them, but they haven't had them for a long time. Just the really old lines. And of course, Ark is the old lines. Believe it. What a good boy. What a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy, Ark. Oh, you're a good boy. Yeah, good dog, this Ark. Now, this is a very polite dog, very nice dog. Good dog for a lady. Good dog for families. Really good. Very. In Finland, of course, they're the preferred family dog. So Ark and Ella will have a litter. Not for a while. Yeah, this is a good boy. Oh, this is a good dog, this Ark. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Well, that's a pretty good video, Ark. Good boy. Let's go. Good boy. You come with me. I think that's a pretty good video, Ark. Just hang on. Don't knock my camera over. Oh yeah, that'll be fine, Ark. Good job.